Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Monday, September 22nd. So, with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co hosts, which include I Chill, my gorgeous moon, favorite Libra, my Libra queen, rather, and my favorite Taurus. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hey, hey, good morning or afternoon.
Hey.
Ha
And
ha
shout
ha 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 ha.
Oh, here you go with the bullshit.
And shout out to everybody that was able to come out to the politics with Auntie Derek space that happened yesterday. It went really well. We had some really great conversation, really great conversations, plural. And I believe we should do it again. We ended the session with suggesting that we should do it again. So and I believe that's in the card. So I'll be sure to keep y'all posted when it will happen again.
And we set the bar high, so there is no coming in here and being dense. We can't take it.
Hell,
So
listen, okay. You better bring your critical thinking or stay a listener. Stay at the door, honey. And I know I said I was oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I was going to say I agree with Miranda, and Google is free, so don't come in here and ask no stupid ass questions. Google it if you got questions. All right.
Yeah, and I
mm-mm.
know I said because it wasn't recorded, I know I was, pretty much, what happens in politics with Auntie Derek will stay in politics with Auntie Derek. But I do have to say this one thing, y'all. They were slaves. They were slaves.
I can't stand y'all.
We got a new meme out of it.
I cannot stand y'all.
Oh, girl, we love you too, the icon that you are, honey. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
It was the inflection. It was the. It was the. They were slaves. It was like the A. It was crazy.
So shout out to
Oh
y'all.
God.
And again, I would definitely keep y'all posted on when and it will be the same, format, passcode protected, and yeah, that's it. And limited mics. That's how it should be. So with that, but we have a lot of tea that happened over the weekend. Let's go ahead and jump right into that, honey.
Tea time.
Ooh,
Yes.
ooh.
Well, our first story I'm sharing is by way of vibe, and we're going to be talking about Cardi B. And essentially, now I don't know if y'all seen the discourse that has gone on about her like over the past few days, with her announcing her pregnancy and her album and everything. But Crystals from the Read with Kid Fury and Crystals, she
Mm-hmm.
has actually gotten like a ton of backlash because she was sharing her opinions on how she felt that this new baby with Carter was holding her back, and she used quite some language. I remember I said that because I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I pretty much had the same train of thought. Like, girl, you saw how like you had to slow down a little bit when you were pregnant with the last baby, trying to go out and perform and all of that. So why would you just do this again? And you're not even like fully divorced. But however, because I am an advocate of women's reproductive rights, and I believe that a woman can do with her body as she damn well chooses. I went ahead and just said, you know what? If she like it, I love it. But Crystals did not say that, honey. She was very expressive on how she felt that that was pretty much an ain't shit decision, and she's gotten a lot of backlash for it. So I was like, wow, well, wow. But
Well,
anyway, y'all just share. Y'all, oh, go ahead, boo.
it's
Oh, I
it's
was.
really, oh,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
chill. No, go ahead, chill.
It's really not her business. What that's that girl. That's her body, her child. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
may all have opinions about it, but that's all it is an
Mm,
opinion. And when
yeah.
somebody said, he's got other baby mamas, well, Cardi said, well, that's our baby daddy now. I mean,
Okay.
you know how Cardi is, right? Cardi is not
Mm-hmm.
bothered. So why are you? I'm not.
Again, you absolutely, absolutely. Because first of all, y'all daddy's been doing this for eons. Don't act like this is a brand new phenomenon. And if she's happy, leave her alone. Who cares? That okay, first of all, why are so many people always worried about somebody else's business? Nobody was advocating for Cardi knocking down the door when that man shitted all over their marriage. But y'all so worried about her. She's married and having he been cheating on her during their marriage. Do you think what is their marriage now? It ain't even worth the paper it's written on. So so what are we trying to hold her up to some standard that that man didn't even have when they were in their marriage? I just
Mhm.
find that preposterous. Like, who cares? They ain't together. They ain't gonna be back together. It's a formality of the paperwork at this point. And y'all just need to mind y'all business. Was y'all that hard on y'all daddies or your baby daddies that got all these kids? Because that ain't a new phenomenon. It's really happening out here. I feel
Ooh.
like people need to mind their business more often. Please tend to your kids that you ain't paying attention to. Go ahead, Will.
To be fair, she put us in her business.
She
Like
did.
getting on Twitter spaces and kind of talking about things that are going on in her life, knowing that the folks who aren't actively participating in the relationship don't have the full context. They're going based on her experience, which of course is always valid. And so essentially, and of course we operate in an age where everyone is so accessible to everyone, so boundaries are such a foreign construct when it comes to, and then so of course with that, parasocial relationships become a thing, and it gets very weird very quickly.
Hmm.
And so, in a sense, I'm a firm believer that she kind of put us in that position. And this is a byproduct of that. Do I agree with what your name Crystal said? Absolutely not. Because to Miranda's point, like a lot of times, all the earnest is on the women. You know, when it comes to these types of situations, because they are carrying and no response, and then these men get off unscathed. And I've always found that problematic. I've always hated it, to be honest with you. However, what I do believe that we're seeing is a cycle continuing, because if you're into astrology, Stefan and off-putting, they have a lot of the same chart placements. And so it's kind of like a mirroring situation that she may be in another situation very similar to that. So circling back and landing the plane, we're seeing her kind of reliving a cycle in real time, and that is because he kind of put us in her business like that.
Um, I think even if she didn't put, I mean, granted, you made a lot of good points, and I do, but before she even announced her pay or even said anything, there was a whole discourse about her being pregnant, and she ain't said a word. Oh, she pregnant. Everybody was so, and finally she said, "Okay, yeah, I'm pregnant." And now, and then they in turn started. Then it was then all the, "Oh, I can't believe she's pregnant, why she's still married." What? Y'all need to go sit down. So even if she don't put us in her business, it's still gonna be talked about whether she talk about it or not. And that's just where we are. I miss when we only saw celebrities during movies and rollouts and they just stuck to business and we didn't know their business very much.
Mhm. I
But
love the mess. Go
I
ahead,
know
favorite tour.
get on my nerves. I know.
Well, Miranda, the thing is, like people essentially clocked her patterns because she put put us in her business so much. They were able to kind of see what kind of pattern she had when she was pregnant the last couple of times. So they kind
Yeah.
of pieced like A and B, one and two together, and made four, well, three. And it's like, oh, well, you know what, she's pregnant, and then they ended up being right. So, yeah, I just think that she puts folks entirely too much into her business, and that I guess that's part of her brand as well. Because I'm also seeing how folks are saying, oh, her being so relatable is part of her brand. So I think the two, like her personal life and her brand, are merging too
Well,
much into each other.
hmm
And so and she's made her, that's how she's made her essential, made her name in like the realm of like pop culture and entertainment. So I'm not
hmm
sure if her and her team have kind of identified ways that maybe we can dial this back just a little bit, and have some type of privacy, or maybe she just don't want
I
to,
don't
you
think
know.
she has that. I don't think she has that button. But I think also she comes from the uh what is it? The reality TV space. That's where she came from. And she's just always been, and I think in that space, if you come from that space, all your business being put out is normal. Not saying it's
Mhm.
right, but I mean, when you said that, I was like, well, she did come from the space of reality TV. Okay, you're a stripper, you're out there, you already put your stuff out there anyway as a stripper, so she's used to being on the spot. And then you go to reality TV, and then you come out of that, and that's what people knew you, and now you're a rapper, and she still has that. I feel like that mentality is like, if you go quiet, like people will be like, "Well, I bet you was just on reality TV." I don't know. I don't know. I just think that's where her headspace, like, that's where she came from. That's what she's been doing. It's not like she came out of like, oh, I came up through the ranks of music and I had all this, training or whatever. It's been a free for all type of situation, I think, maybe.
So yeah, and believe it or not, she actually before the reality TV, she actually had a social media following because she would do like social, like she got online and talked about her experience as a stripper and all of that. And she pretty much and her message was pretty much like, don't try to get into this life thinking it's glamorous. There have been days when I've made no money. There have been days I made $2 getting out there, dancing and stuff like that. So it's not as glamorous as people are making it out to be. And so
Hmm.
she's at, and she was making music as well. She had like mixtapes and stuff, and she was
Right.
making tracks. So then the TV just kind of propelled her, and then this, but people just fell in
Hmm.
love with her personality, and then Bodak Yellow came out. Then it just became a whole thing. And to
Hmm.
go back to what Chill was saying about what Carter was saying about, because pretty much that girl know exactly what she was getting herself into. And I have that video that Chill was referring to that we're going to play. But before I play it, favorite tours, you have your hand up.
Yeah, one last thing, and then we can move on. I just want to end on a positive note. Like Cardi
Hmm.
B, in a lot of ways, is the blueprint for like that whole social media, reality TV star turns mega superstar.
Hmm.
Like I'm really looking forward to seeing like how her trajectory outside of like the drama and the bullshit, of course, is going to be there, but how that's going to be studied within like the next 5 to 10 years, because there's a lot that people can glean from it. Like even if they don't go the route of like stripping and all of that, this how she became successful in such a way. So I don't want to say so quickly because she's been around for a while, but how she's been able to solidify herself in these spaces, not only in
Hmm.
music but in fashion as well. Like she really is that girl, and I can understand how certain people with coke problems are mad.
Well, yes, and this is why I'm like I said, I'm all for women's rights, women's choices, women's autonomy, because she know what she got. And look, just like what Chill said mentioned with this video earlier, let's go ahead and play what she said.
Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. Yeah, busy. Yeah, that's the baby dad, bitch. That's my baby dad too, girl. Well, what now? I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out, bitch.
I mean, fucking real. Like, what now? I don't know. I guess we gonna figure because she ain't finna break up with him. So, but you know what? I do think about DJ Silk though. The way he dogged her about her music, and she said, "I you." When you tell somebody you gonna regret this one day, and then you come up and she is probably more than and above and beyond whatever he thought she was gonna be able to do. And where is he still DJing at the strip clubs? I like a good um let me show you better than I could tell you. I love a good one.
Mhm. And we have a comment. Cardi literally had 1 million followers in 2013. I've been following her since then. Yeah, that's what I said. She had a large following. When her dad used to come and pick her up from the strip club at 7 a.m. And DJ Self is playing her music in the club. Mm-mm. I just thought DJ Self. I just thought he was just so like oddly attractive, just so adorably like cute. Looked like almost like
Mm-hmm.
Teddy
Mm-hmm.
Ruxpin. I don't know. I don't know.
That's on brand for you. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. It's on brand.
Drag me, honey. Yes. Well, speaking of still talking about Cardi, y'all know that she had this like ongoing drama with JT, JT formerly of the City Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this other article here. Give me 1 second. And it's by way of all hip hop, where it says JT suggests Cardi B has horrible hygiene in response to Am I the Drama diss.
That's all
And
she got.
y'all, well, I mean, that's really all she needs, honey, because she said, well, it starts off by saying Cardi B reignited her long running feud with JT on her latest album, Am I the Drama, taking direct aim at the City Girls rapper on the track Magnet and throwing jabs at Lil Uzi Vert in the process. It didn't take long for JT to fire back, though. In a since deleted tweet, JT clowned Cardi and insinuated she has bad hygiene. She says, good tar body hoe wasn't talking about me, she wrote. Better be quiet before I tell the real tea. Bitch, pH balance will fry a whole fish. Yuck, with that one flow. LOL. So,
Baby, if it was that bad, if the pH balance was that bad, it ain't stopping. So, okay. I don't. I feel like you ain't got that. Ain't nobody stop running up in it. So, well, okay.
well, this article goes on to say Cardi B snapped on JT in the second verse of the song Magnet, rapping all that dick riding, and she still ain't getting no feature ass bitch. She just got mad. She got a nigga be sharing bags with. My nigga cheat, but I don't stick no dildos in his ass, bitch. You look a hot mess, easily impressed ass bitch. You never gave looks. You started getting dressed ass bitch. Ricky O, the only fashion house you know ass bitch. You should have asked me, would have took you to the show, little bitch. Okay. And then it goes on. The tension between the two artists dates back to 2022, shortly after the release of Tomorrow 2 and unraveling of City Girls. The friction has simmered online and in interviews, but Cardi's new album appears to pour gasoline on the fire. Cardi also used the album to roll out. I'm sorry. Cardi also used the album rollout to address Joe Budden, who questioned whether she writes her own lyrics. In response, she posted a behind the scenes video from July of 2024 showing her crafting the verse for Magnet. Alongside the clip, she tweeted, "Don't give me backhanded tens because I'll always be able to reprove my shit." Cardi didn't stop with JT. On the track Pretty and Petty, she took aim at Bia, continuing a streak of lyrical callouts that have become a hallmark of her latest project. Industry insiders project Am I the Drama to debut with approximately 95,000 to 105,000 album equivalent units in its first week, according to her early estimates from Hits Daily Double. That would mark one of the strongest opening weeks for a female rapper in 2025. Okay, well y'all have fun. I done told you I ain't listen to that shit. Uh,
I know.
go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Well, I did listen to it. I found it quite enjoyable to my ears.
Me
Not not
too.
Work.
not in the sense that it was a great and all of that. I mean, Cardi has a style, a very popular style, which I thoroughly appreciate. She is just so unintentionally funny that it comes out in her music. And so the entire time I was just laughing my ass off at some of her delivery or some of the stuff she would say. It is so funny. On top of that, how many rappers do you know not only got a Janet, they call it a feature, that shit wasn't a feature. They call it a Janet feature and a Janet sample in the same album? I think she's the only rapper to do so. So, I mean, if you're getting nods from people of that caliber, it speaks to how talented you are as an artist or how people enjoy you as an artist. So she got staying power. And I didn't quite like the magnet. I laughed, of course. I thought it was hilarious. However, I couldn't get past like it reeked a bit of homophobia.
I knew
I
you. I knew it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It did.
I
That
It
was
I
did.
kind of.
I couldn't get past that part at all, even though I did laugh. Two multiple things can be true at once. But it was the homophobia of it all. I just could not get behind, considering how Uzi Vert identifies. I still think they identify as they them. So it still
Mhm.
reeks of that kind of anti-queerness, homophobia in hip hop, which I did not enjoy at all. On top of that, I think this is a great opportunity for JT to kind of, because her music has been flopping for a while, unfortunately. And it might be an opportunity for her to kind of have a bit of a resurgence or come out with something or kind of prove herself because she's been kind of dormant for a while now. That album didn't do shit, unfortunately.
Well, sometimes the duo is the whole point. Just like how I feel about Fluentry. I like Marsha and I like Old Girl. I don't like them as separate entities, but when they're together, for some reason, it works. I don't know. I don't care about your tomatoes.
Get
I
'em.
don't give.
Eh, eh,
I don't give a damn. But it's the truth. Marsha
well,
needs that girl because she starts yodeling. Somebody has to bring her in, get
now
her
wait a
under
minute
control.
now.
She be
Now,
yodeling.
not
Don't act like
not
she don't.
not too much on her. No,
I
what we
like
not gonna.
Marsha. I said I like her.
Uh, uh, she does not yodel. She sings from her vagina. She gives you feeling, honey. How dare you?
Yodel when she's not with old girl, and there's
Oh,
no boundaries. She gets to yodeling. I'm sorry. I need that girl to smooth her out.
oh my
That's my
God.
truth. It's my truth.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Well, Auntie, to be fair, a headache is a feeling.
Oh my God.
Now see, he's worse than I am.
Y'all got Floetry fucked up. Y'all
No,
got
I love
Marsha Ambrosius
fluentry.
fucked
No,
up.
okay. Do I have
Y'all
Marsha's
got
voice? Okay,
Natalie
maybe, but
the
still.
Y'all got Natalie the Flowest is fucked up. How
Oh, Natalie
dare
is yeah.
y'all?
They better together. You know what I'm saying? Like peanut butter and jelly, they work.
Well,
Separate? Who
you could
wants? I
put
don't want a jelly sandwich.
you could put peanut butter on crackers and you could put that jelly on maybe some toast. It can work separately. How dare y'all? How dare you?
Yeah, it's all right. But when peanut butter and jelly come together, it's magic, honey.
Wow. Go
Hmm
ahead, favorite Taurus.
Well, some people are allergic to peanuts. I just want to say that. And
What?
Marsha Ambrosius is it. She's very reminiscent of a certain singer that's just as bad, but I'll tell a lot.
That's what?
Wow.
I'm not. I didn't. I honestly didn't hear what you said. What did you
She
say?
she she is just as bad as a certain other
Oh,
quote
oh,
unquote
oh, oh,
singer.
okay. Okay,
But
never
I'll leave
mind, never
that.
mind, never mind.
Okay.
I got
Are you
it. Never
sure?
mind. Let me be
I can
quiet. Let me
continue,
be quiet.
Miranda. Are you sure?
You got
Oh,
it.
okay.
You got it,
Okay.
boss. You got it. I
Exactly.
get it.
Get them on. Get them.
I'm hopping off the bandwagon with you. I was there until I could. I had to hop off.
Well, hopefully, Cardi is able to get that pH balance right. If it's because we don't need her walking around smelling like she can fry fish. So, that's that on that. Um, Favorite Taurus, I need for you to maybe go and have some chia seed pudding or,
Ooh.
um, maybe some tea or so whatever it is that you will need to calm your nerves because I already know this next story is going to get under your
Oh
skin, honey.
shit.
I
Oh
know it.
Lord.
So I'm just giving you a heads up. Prepare yourself. Child, so how about Priscilla Presley tried it, honey?
Oh
What
no.
she said by way of all hip hop. Y'all see, I just shared this link and it says Priscilla Presley thinks Michael Jackson used Elvis's daughter for headlines. And if
Maybe.
this headline isn't bad enough, honey, just wait until we read the story. So, Priscilla Presley didn't hold back when recalling her late daughter, Lisa Marie Presley's brief and controversial marriage to Michael Jackson, calling the union a calculated move by the pop superstar to align himself with the Presley name. In an excerpt from her forthcoming memoir, Softly as I Leave You Life After Elvis, published by The Sun, Priscilla Presley revealed her deep reservations about the 1994 wedding between Lisa Marie and Jackson, which ended in divorce just 2 years later. I was appalled by the marriage, she wrote. I knew in my bones that Michael wasn't marrying Lisa Marie. He was marrying the Presley dynasty. Priscilla, who was married to Elvis Presley from 1967 to 1973, also questioned the motivations behind Jackson's interest in her daughter, especially given the timing. She suggested the King of Pop was seeking to repair his image amid serious allegations. And favorite tours, heads up. This is Michael was a manipulative man, and I think he had his sights set on her long before she realized it, she wrote. The childlike innocence he projected was part of his public mask. According to the memoir, Priscilla confronted her daughter about the nature of her relationship with Michael Jackson. I asked her if they had a physical relationship. She wrote, like so many people, I wasn't sure. She said, yeah. The Billie Jean singer reportedly kept his distance from Priscilla and the rest of the Presley family, often choosing to socialize with children instead of adults during family gatherings. When Lisa Marie filed for divorce in 1996, Priscilla added, I could practically hear Elvis sigh with relief. Softly as I Leave You, Life After Elvis is set for release later this year. Well, first of all, a sigh of relief from a dead pedophile won't mean a thing, honey. Let's call a thing, honey. Would I tell you? They tried it. They tried it. So I think who had his head first? Was it Favorite Taurus?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. Go ahead, Favorite Taurus.
Well, firstly, hopefully she softly leaves us soon.
Oh,
And the thing is, her statements don't surprise me one bit, considering the delusion behind Elvis and how he even came to be a pillar in pop music to begin with. They literally stole music from black people and gave it to him, and he sang it, and he swelled his hits off beat and became famous. Like, let's call a thing. So, considering the nature of their relationship, because she was groomed to even marry that motherfucker to begin with,
So
let's
the
wake that
nerve.
the fuck up. So, and we're not gonna sit here and act like Michael wasn't pulling in the 70s and the 80s and even in the 90s. Like, are we forgetting about Stephanie Mills? Are we forgetting about Madonna? Are we forgetting about
Diana.
oh, don't say that too loud. Well, are we forgetting about
I mean, there was
I,
grooming on both sides,
I
eh?
well, let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay,
Like
go ahead.
we're not going to sit here and act like Michael wasn't pulling from the pull to the pull. Like he didn't invent the pull, but he was in there pulling. So like just to say that oh he used it for headlines, well if anything it was the other way around because not many people were talking about anything else that Elvis was going on at the time until he married Lisa Marie Presley and they became a thing. So it's like the delusions and the white supremacy of it all, it
Hmm.
doesn't surprise me one bit. And it's unfortunate that not only this, but just other things that are coming up about Michael well after his passing. It's like I'm not sure what the well, of course I know what it is. It's about money and trying to get grab headlines. So it's unfortunate that the lady that's going to be leaving here soon had to go so far and go so below the belt as a means to sell a book that if you think the book is actually going to be good, you shouldn't have to use things like this to get headlines. So it kind of tells me that the book is going to be trash and highly dishonest to begin with. So I mean, more power to her and her frozen face.
Hmm. And and then this leads me to believe, like, I was giving her, and I don't even know why I was, but maybe giving her the benefit of the doubt with the granddaughter. But now I am inclined to believe the granddaughter, and because she's showing her true colors out here in the streets. Now, mind you, two things can be true. Both of them could have been using each other. It could have been a mutually beneficial. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Girl, because Lisa Marie ain't had nothing going on. Like, I mean, what the hell? And yes, that is a very white supremacy thing. And now you're using Michael and that relationship because that was like 30 fucking years ago. So now you're using that to sell your book. So here we are.
Mhm. Yeah,
Go
well,
ahead,
just like
Will.
what Favorite Taurus said, honey. Like if your book was really that good, you wouldn't even have to bring no shit like that up, especially knowing it's a hot damn lie. Because the last name, Michael Jackson, who was a solidified the literal
Super
king of pop, even at that time, back in 1994, honey, for him to need the Presley dynasty for anything
was a
is
fucking fable.
hello. That's a whole bold faced offensive lie. So go ahead, Favorite Taurus.
And if we really want to be completely honest here, that marriage wouldn't have saved his public image. It
Mm-mm.
had long left the station, even though like the first round of allegations were found to be false. The fact that he decided to settle out of court made him look guilty
Mm-hmm.
from the perspective of the general population. Even though the shit is public knowledge, if they looked into it deeper, they would have found that everything that he was alleged of was false, backed with evidence. So, but people love to see a successful black man and want to tear them down, especially in this country. Any possible chance they get, whether it's true or it's false. And it's unfortunate that they decided to run with such a false narrative off of something they perceived, which ultimately was incorrect. So that marriage even just made him look worse. Because like, what the fuck, Michael? That's what it gave. And I was like in the single digits at the time when this happened, and even I was like, this don't make no damn sense. And I shouldn't
Well,
admit
I
nobody
mean,
ever told me this.
and that's his stick. I mean, when he pulled that weird looking white lady out of obscurity talking about they having these kids. I mean, he just did weird shit. He was odd. He was definitely um I just think he had I don't think he there was just too much proof that people were lying to get rich on him. There was so many like, oh, come to find out the mama sent her kid over there. It was a whole setup. Knowing that, he I'm not saying he was mentally so, but I just think he saw the good in the kids because adults were so evil. And I don't know. I just every time it came out, everybody who tried to say that he did something, it was proven that they were lying on him. And I hated that because once you put those allegations out there, they'll never go away. Go ahead, Will.
And he was. I'm sorry, I'm on my soapbox a little bit today, but he was an outlier in a lot of ways, considering that he never had a childhood, and he in his whole life after he became a superstar was to seek for any resemblance of normalcy and trying to reclaim whatever life or adolescence that he had. But we still don't know much about his childhood outside of the entertainment aspect of it. And I don't think we ever will. So that
No, he was pretty much an entertainer. I mean, what, since he was like 5?
younger than that.
Yeah,
So
so
there's a lot that we don't know. But of course, they're going to try attempt to vilify anything they possibly can. Well, after this, that man's been gone to glory for almost 20 years at this point.
mhm.
And he's still being talked about in such a harsh and negative way, even though, again, all the things were unfounded, but just because he was eccentric or odd, they like to villainize that, especially. And of course, the thing is, when it comes to black people, yes, I'm bringing it back to black people because I always will. This is how I identify.
'Cause you're black.
Exactly. We don't have we from the general consensus. We shouldn't be eccentric. We shouldn't be all the things. We should be a monolith. You know. And so that was further compounded based upon who Michael was, and it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Y'all made some really good points, which bring us to our next story, honey, about people who make things up. Masika Kalisha.
Oh,
Remember
who's
how she
that?
you know Masika Honey from most of us know her from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, but some time ago she actually faked a kidnapping, like fake like she was being
Oh, Lord.
yeah, it was a whole mess. But she actually did make some good points. Recently up here looking like Larsa Pippen with all that.
Oh,
And my thing is, she's such a well, I'ma still say she's a gorgeous girl because she's pretty, but she went overboard, honey. Like why are you out here looking like Larsa Pippen, Masika?
Mm.
Yes, Masika's pretty. Like we'll give her that. She's a pretty girl, and she was actually one of my favorites on the show because she always just had this whole like I don't care like
Well,
attitude. Like
who
I
is
just
she
love
married to? What makes her like important?
her.
Petty, Petty
Well,
Wap.
she had a baby by Fetty Wap, but she
Oh,
actually
this
makes
Betty
music
White baby
herself.
mama. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, I was like, tell me what's going on. Who is she? Why we even care? What's going on?
yep, and she actually makes music herself, and that's why she did that fake kidnapping video to promote some music or some kind of OnlyFans,
Oh,
some shit or something. Girl, it was a whole
that's
mess.
embarrassing.
But anyway, she did make some good points in a recent video on Instagram, and y'all see I just shared this link from Hot New Hip Hop. Reality star Masika Kalisha compares controversial singer David to detained rapper YNW Melly. And you'll see why
Mm.
she says that. So let me just pull up the link. I'm gonna share my screen. We have in the chat. Masika Kalisha fucks for a feature of a hot mess.
Oh, what?
Yes, girl. That's why you got to watch Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, honey.
Oh my God, I'm not watching none of that shit.
Well, so this is in two parts. So let's play the first video.
Oh, she looks more black in this
You
video.
don't
Okay.
have the brain.
Sorry, say that again.
I said she looks black in this pic, like in the video, because that picture you put up, I was like, we talking about this white woman? But okay, go ahead.
Oh no, she's very black. She better be black with a name like Masika Kalisha.
Well, that could be a stage name, girl.
Well,
Capacity to make certain decisions, which is why you're supposed to listen to your parents. This little girl thought she knew it all and thought she had her a popping ass boyfriend or whatever the fuck she thought, and ran away from home. Probably thinking her parents didn't know shit and she's in love, and ended up killed dead by this nigga. This nigga wrote a song about fucking killing her before she was killed. It's different situations, but it's kind of like Melly when he wrote the fucking song about killing his friends and he killed his fucking friends. Like, why is this nasty nigga not in jail?
Okay.
It's disgusting. It's just so very scary when you think about it. Like,
okay, so that was the first part, and let's play the second part.
sounds like it's premeditated. He has caskets at his shows. Melly definitely did it. We know that. Like, um, fucking weirdo, sicko. Like any grown ass man that wants a little ass girl is a sicko anyway.
Hmm.
Like you're already you jail already. It's just like prison, jail. Go. Just report.
Look, she ate that, honey. I'm sorry,
No lies
jail.
told. No lies told. Look here. You sicko.
So,
And that David dude, ooh, he's something else. For him to be coming out of obscurity out of nowhere to be this crazy, you just never know who's lurking.
well, apparently, it's only obscurity to us, honey, because we don't
Because we are
we're not his demographic, but
demographic.
yeah, this has been a whole thing. Like it's and from what when I went down that rabbit hole and saw like the old videos that it's like a year old or so that was talking about that girl missing, and somebody even speculated that her boyfriend was that singer and stuff. So
Mm.
this has been going on for a while. We just did. I'm just finding out who this
I'm gonna
motherfucker is.
ask favorite project manager if he knew anything about, like, heard that music.
Ooh, please do, honey, because that's a baby. The kids, baby, they will keep your ears to the streets, honey.
I'm gonna
Shout out to
ask
the
because,
kids.
yeah, remember to ask him that.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I'm actually really glad you spoke out about this. There was also, excuse me, a video circulating on social media about the slain young ladies. One of her teachers at school was talking about the situation And in so many words, he kind of expressed that this was a pattern of behavior that has been going on for over a year. And so he was kind of educating his students about and also it come to find out that rapper, well, he showed a picture of the young lady on his phone, and then he showed another picture of the rapper on his phone as well, was on social media, and they had the same backdrop. It was the same backdrop in both photos. Like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then come to find out the reason why he was talking about this because the photos were taken in his classroom
Mm.
of David and the young lady who's no longer with us.
Were they in the
Um,
same class? Like,
no,
oh
he's
my
No,
much
God.
he's
older.
older than her.
He's much
Well,
older
then
than
how
her.
was it done in the classroom? Like, what?
Exactly. Why was he on campus? You know.
Mhm.
So there's some truth to what's being said, and it's going to come out. And I find it very disgusting how once all these allegations come out and they found that young lady's remains, like how he became more popular and his streams went up. It's a very weird and strange
You
time
know,
that we're
these
living
people
in
are
right now.
not okay. These
It's
kids are
insane.
not well. But when I tell you, me and Chill gonna watch that when they put that into the the stories of crime, how they solve the mystery, and it's gonna tell all the details. I'm gonna be interested in that because like, what the hell?
Me, you, and Chill, honey. Shit. I'm gonna be sitting right with y'all, honey. We gonna be having popcorn and chocolate together. Well, Chill ain't gonna have no chocolate, but you know,
Yeah, I ain't having chocolate either, but I'm definitely gonna eat a whole bag of popcorn. I ain't even gonna
more
hold you.
chocolate for me. Ow.
But because I really want to, like, what in the hell? I feel like this is a story that is going to be a story for our ass. Like, because it
Oh, it
seems like
absolutely
this is
is.
going to be something.
Crazy
Baby,
story.
the true crime producers, baby, they are on the scene as we speak, honey. I know they are.
They can't wait to
Hmm.
make this a program.
Yeah, the ins and outs. What? Because, I mean, he must have infiltrated like, how was this? Well, I mean, I guess when he met her, he was 18. So I guess he could still blend in as a student.
Or he might have just used his star power. Like, this is somebody
Yeah,
who is like,
that's
well, you
true.
haven't confirmed it with our project manager yet, but I believe from what I've seen, he's very popular with the kids. So they probably like, oh my God, David's here at the school. David's here at the school. With all that commotion
Right.
going on, honey, ain't nobody, especially with kind of critical thinking is becoming a lost art. None of
Mm.
the adults in there was thinking like, oh, this is somebody who's above age. This is somebody who the kids seem to enjoy. Maybe and probably probably the staff probably thought he was a TikTok superstar or some shit, hun. They ain't know who the hell he was. So they're just like, look,
And
he got this
us
kid
black folks
song.
be looking young for a long time.
And they was probably like he got these kids calm. Let's just let it rock. And but the whole time
Yeah.
he was sitting there taking pictures in the classroom, allegedly, and shit like that. So
And he's a damn, what is it, Dexter. He a little Dexter over there.
oh, so we have a comment. She's from an area around my hometown. Oh wow. And I saw that hometown just actually did a vigil for her.
Mm.
So, yeah, this
That's
I'm
so that's so sick. That is so sick.
agreed. Well, what else is sick and who I suspect will probably have some kind of a documentary going forward, honey, maybe telling her story is a Bad Baby. And I know we get annoyed about her, but our the pretty much the world's favorite snitch ass, bitch ass, lying ass Mexican who likes to call us niggas, 6ix9ine, Tekashi
Ugh,
6ix9ine.
yeah.
Yeah, he's actually talking about how motherfuckers was knowing that Bad Baby was underage, they was still fucking him.
Of course they were. We don't need that
Of
little
course.
snitch to tell us. We know that. You probably try to get in there too.
Yeah, okay, 'cause look, he has his own no, no,
Yeah, fucking weirdo. He a fucking weirdo
Mhm.
too.
But y'all see, I just shared this all hip hop article. 6ix9ine claims multiple rappers had sex with Bad Baby when she was underage. And just like Moon said, honey, these niggas are so predatory, and love young women and the opportunity to be with a young woman. They're gonna take it with their nasty predatory asses.
Mhm.
But 6ix9ine reignited his long-running feud with Trippie Redd during a Vlad TV interview by repeating serious accusations involving Bad Baby and alleging that multiple rappers had sexual encounters with her while she was underage. The Gummo artist took the conversation to another level after Vlad brought up a previous claim. At this point, you guys start going back and forth. You accuse him of having sex with Bad Baby, who is a minor at the time, Vlad said. 6ix9ine didn't back down. Instead, he doubled down. Look, everybody fucking. Listen, apart from Trippie Redd, there you go telling the truth again. There you go snitching. All these rappers fucking Bad Baby while she was underage, she said. He continued by accusing the hip hop industry of turning a blind eye. But you know what? No, we like them. They can fuck kids. They can fuck kids, just don't say nothing. He added, claiming that he's the only one willing to speak out. The rapper also pointed to a photo he previously posted online that showed Trippie Redd lying next to Bad Baby, suggesting it supported his allegations. Didn't I upload the picture of him laying on her chest underage? Want me to show it to you? I'm walking it down. That's what I do, he said. He added that people often accuse him of snitching when he brings up the issue. The feud between 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd has been ongoing for years, frequently spilling onto social media and into interviews. The latest interview adds more fuel to their public animosity. Bad Baby, born Danielle Bregoli, has previously acknowledged receiving inappropriate attention as a minor, but she hasn't confirmed any of 6ix9ine's specific claims. His allegations remain unverified. Meanwhile, Bad Baby's relationship with on and off boyfriend Lavon has been highly publicized and turbulent. Beginning in July of 2020, after they met through mutual friends, their connection quickly became serious. With public displays and matching tattoos, I'm gonna just stop reading right here because don't nobody want to read nothing else about her and Lavon. And that's what this article
Mm-mm.
ends with. So we
Mhm.
just gonna stop it right there. But yeah,
Thank
I
you.
believe now. Even look, even though he's a snitch ass, bitch ass, dumb ass Mexican that likes to call us niggas, even a broken clock is right twice a day. And I
Right.
certainly believe that niggas was fucking her when she was young, underage,
Well,
Trippie
we
Red
knew that.
especially.
Well, we
hmm
knew that.
And but what we didn't know is, well, we didn't know it. We didn't ever hear anybody say it out loud. That's in the industry that the industry is turning a blind eye to it.
Oh,
We
well,
never heard
yeah.
nobody. So that part, and I hate to give this snitch ass nigga any accolades, but he kind of ate that one little thing because he needs to name it and claim it.
Well, and the thing is, I think he's not a saint. And I feel like he's one of them people that love to tell other people's business so they can stop talking about him. And that's the only
hmm
reason why he's snitching and talking because we already knew this. I mean, come on. When she opened her OnlyFans, she was maybe 2 minutes of 18 and them people was going crazy. So we already know what was up with these dudes. And of
Nasty
course, ain't
ass
nobody.
niggas.
And she got a baby, and you know that dude ain't her age. You know he older. Matter of fact, we just saw her on the top of the hood of the car. This just popped off what this past weekend about her being on the
hmm
hood of this dude's car.
hmm
I'm like, yeah. I mean, he did. I mean, he's telling the truth, but also he's telling the truth to get. I feel like to get the heat off of him because, like, sir, we know. Thank
It's
you.
like, yeah, but look over there.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
look
make
over
it any
there.
better. I mean, he can tell the truth about that and still be an asshole. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not telling the truth, but it's also a deflection
Mhm.
off of his bad behavior.
Right. What we hear you, girl. She ain't saying he not telling the truth. She's just saying consider the source. That's all.
Yeah.
right. But I mean, she was so immature. Even when she
Ugh,
was started out, on
she was.
Dr. Phil show and did
Hmm.
all that and then was, catapulted into fame and
It was
money. And
nasty work.
yeah,
It
of
was
course
nasty
they ate her up and used her like the little immature heifer she was. I mean, she thought she was all tough and everything, but she was truly a child.
work. Hmm.
And they took
Yep.
advantage of that. So
Mhm.
I'm not surprised that
Dr.
she's
Phil took
still,
advantage of it.
yeah, she's still acting crazy because she's not mature. And yeah, child, no.
A whole hot mess going
Hot,
around.
hot, hot. 38 hot miss.
Mhm. And favorite tours, you had your hand up?
Man, I was just gonna say it is such a shame that after all these years we're still having this conversation that it's become I think we become a bit too desensitized to like the harm done to underage folks in the entertainment industry in this capacity.
Mhm, mhm.
Because we've been exposed to what I speak from a millennial perspective. I'm pretty sure it's way past that, Barry Gordy, than that. But I remember, of course, we all
Oh!
remember the well. Am I lying? So the thing is, like the most prominent scenario that I remember growing up when it came to this type of situation was Aaliyah and R. Kelly, and
Mhm,
how that
mhm.
was such a big thing, you know. And here we are, 30 plus years later, and it's still an issue. So it's really unfortunate how many of these young people are they're not receiving the right guidance from the folks that are supposed to be protecting them. Then they're thrown into these industry, or they're being exposed to this industry where they are further preyed upon and harmed in this way. It is so unfortunate, and it still gets to me when I think about it. Sometimes it's just sad that we're becoming so desensitized. Oh well, we already knew it was going to happen. Like that's no way for a child to kind of come up, and it's sad that we had to kind of come to that conclusion based on everything that we've witnessed so far.
Well,
Mhm.
you're right, but also their parents served them up. And when the actual parent is serving them up into this, I mean, it's not even much more we can do. I mean, besides call it out when we see it. But people let R. Kelly go on for so long. Even while people are like, hey, y'all, look at R. Kelly. And then after when we all knew what he was doing, how long did it take?
A
They
long
had to do
Years, honey.
a whole special.
He
We had
was
to go,
cruising the schools and stuff. Like, what?
yeah,
Mhm.
an open secret. And it's like, we do know these men have been the weakest link for centuries. Like, this is nothing new in the culture. Even for some women, there's sick women out there that do the same thing, prey on young boys. And these
Ooh, this
people,
comment.
what?
This comment
What?
in the chat, honey.
Oh,
When you were talking about
not to
women
circle
who
back.
prey on young boys.
Not that circle back. Ooh, you know what? That's why I can't even do Will, because Will. But I mean, the truth is the truth.
Yeah. And and I agree with that. MJ had no business living with her as a teenage child. You are absolutely right.
And that's a open secret that's been swept under the rug.
hmm Well, something else that I wish would be swept under the rug, honey. This whole like, cause I remember hearing about this whole Michael Che and Kanye West having a moment backstage and stuff like that.
You mean the
Honey,
comedian Michael Che, or however you say his name?
Che, yes, girl, ain't but
Uh,
one Michael Che, honey.
uh,
And if y'all haven't watched the show, that damn Michael Che that's on HBO Max, I would highly recommend it because it's funny. The
oh, it
last time
is?
I've seen it, funny as hell, and the last time I've seen it, I think it had like 2 seasons.
Oh, I didn't
So,
even know he had a show. Good to
and
know.
did, and
I need a little
did, and
comedy.
he is yeah, I like him a lot, and I enjoyed the show. But anyway, he had a moment with Kanye. He didn't appreciate what Kanye did, and y'all remember Consequence, the rapper slash ghostwriter Consequence, who we just talked about not too long ago. He's
Oh,
actually coming out clarifying about the incident because I guess it resurfaced online or whatever.
hmm.
So I have this link from Vibe. Consequence and his teeth break down Ye and Michael Che's unseen 2018 SNL moment.
Did you say his teeth?
Girl, ain't honey. You can see Consequence's teeth from 3 miles before he gets
I
there,
was
honey.
looking at it when you said it.
Girl, look at all you see is teeth, honey. Motherfucker can't even close his mouth because the teeth is too damn big.
Oh.
Anyway, so as per vibe, anytime there is a controversy with Ye, Consequence usually isn't too far away with his perspective on the matter. A
Hmm.
new documentary about the Chicago producer showed unseen footage from his infamous 2018 SNL appearance and how comedian Michael Che reacted to his fiery rant, prompting the Queens rapper to set the record straight. In Whose Name, directed by Nico, and please forgive me if I mispronounce this, but Nico Ballesteros, is in theaters now. In one scene, Che confronts the Vulture's artist with Khan's directly next to him. You good with me? That was fucked up. In fact, I won't even say what they said in the video, because we're gonna watch the video of the thing. And the Good Life rapper claims he was talking about Leslie Jones, but Michael Che reminded him that he was the only one who made the joke. Let me see, because he pretty much and what happened was Kanye West called out the show's black comedians for their Bill Cosby commentary. And he called them people out on the stage and made a rant, and Michael Che confronted him about that. So first, what we're gonna do is watch the confrontation, and y'all gonna see Consequence standing back there with his teeth. And then we're gonna see him with his teeth respond to that. So give me 1 second. Let me share my screen.
Hmm.
Myself. No, I wasn't calling. I said that is not Leslie coming back and they want to do that. I'm the black comedian that made a joke about comedy. That's fucking all you do that to me. Oh man, I love you though, bro. I was talking about. I love you too. I'm a fan. Why would you do that to me? I wasn't doing it to kid.
Just pausing it real quick. Y'all see Consequence back there with his teeth? I
Oh,
just want
well,
y'all to
I
see that.
see
Okay.
Michael Che walked up like I said, oh, you about that life, huh? You done walk up in somebody's
Oh,
face like
and it is.
I like a little confrontational sticker for which you know like that do a little something for me. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No problem, girl, because I get it. I totally understand. That's why I low key stand for him. But anyway, you could continue and look, pay attention to Consequence back there. All you see is teeth.
Okay.
I work there. Like, come on, man. Like, we treat everybody that come in like family, and you gonna sell us out? Like, that's fucked up, man. We look up to you. We love you. Why? What you got against us? I mean, I do have some things against SNL. That's cool, but I mean, airing it out like that without letting us be able to reply is kind of foul. You wait till the last song and then say that foul shit to us, and we brought you in here for. Let's talk about the way you like. But what? But I'm not cool though. I get it. I get it. Yo, you're a hero to us, man. We love you. Like seriously, we love you, man. It's like that's strong to do to us, man. We can start.
And I'm sorry, we have a comment in chat saying his mouth looked like how Kanye sounds. Well, he is Kanye's ghostwriter, so there you go.
Look here, two things. I love a man who like I'm finna stand on business and ain't scared to stand because Kanye sounded scared. I'm sorry, who did?
He
And,
was a
and
little scared ass bitch, honey.
and Michael said, "Oh, that's not how you do that. That's not how you do that." Okay, I got no more respect for my guy. Okay.
So I guess because this clip resurfaced and people are talking about the documentary, people are pretty much saying what you said, Moon. Like they like how Michael Che stepped up, he addressed what he had a problem with and stuff. But Consequence, he replied on Twitter, "Y'all got me fucked up. Don't believe me? Just ask Kim Kardashian what I did. Me and Kaden pulled up on her plus North the next day. And hashtag I work for me." But let's see
Did
what
he
he
say he pulled up on a woman and their child? It's,
what no, I don't mean like he mean pulled up as in like because him and Kanye are friends. So he
oh,
wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think he meant that in a negative way. So,
oh,
but let's see what him and his teeth have to say
oh.
about what happened that day.
Yo, this is Consequence. I'm gonna
Mm.
address this one time. As far as that scene in the documentary goes, look, it was Saturday Night Live. We rapped. It was 1:30 in the morning, and I had my 7-year-old son outside at night. So I was going to go get my son when I walked into that conversation. Those gentlemen were having a conversation that I walked into. Okay. So as I started to realize what was going on, because my POV was Kanye was in front of me, Michael Che was to the left of me, Pete Davidson was to the right of me. Okay? Nico was shooting over his shoulder. Once I started to understand the context of what was being said, which would take a second, and I looked my guy in the eyes, and he gave me the look, I realized that that conversation was actually a confrontation. So because we were in a business setting, I tapped the gentleman on the shoulder. I said, look, we should reconvene this conversation for later. Okay? I got him out of there. And what you don't see in the edit, that's why I don't fuck with edits, is that he came back because he was at his job and he felt the way. So when he came back beefing, I told that nigga, look, nigga, either you back the fuck up or we could go outside. He chose to back the fuck up. I gathered everybody together. I said we leaving, and we left. You can ask Kim Kardashian, you can ask Michael Che, and you can ask Nico the director. All right?
Girl. Them teeth so damn big, honey. He can't even tell. He be spitting when he talk, girl. Y'all see, honey. I'm so glad we were not in front of him, honey, because we would have gotten a whole shower.
Go
But
ahead,
no,
favorite Taurus.
mm-hmm.
My thing is, if a confrontation did indeed break out, what was he going to do if Michael Che bite him? I don't
Well,
understand.
yes.
Oh my God.
He was going to
His
take a
little
bite
short
out of
ass.
crime.
He was not finna no. And if your little ass the bodyguard for Kanye, then we all got problems. But no. You ain't want that smoke from Michael Che. And I know Michael Che. Michael Che walked up to Kanye. He ain't have no problem telling your little ass to sit down too.
Now, I will not act like Consequence and his teeth aren't about that life because I mean we did see like when he was on Love and Hip Hop New York and Joe he felt that Joe Budden respected him so just out of nowhere he saw Joe and just kind of I won't say sucker punched but he did like he hit him and when they were having a break in we have a comment
So
who
it
is
sound
we
like
well excuse me I was watching Love and Hip Hop New York and I saw that
thank you,
interview
whoever said that. Thank you.
I was watching it. And I mean, he just straight swung on Joe Budden. So
Well, it
I
sounded
mean,
like it was a sucker punch and you was trying to clear it up for
oh, you know what? You might be right. Look, we big on calling a thing a thing. It does sound exactly like I just tried to do that.
so he's a sucker puncher type of dude. Oh, okay. The one of
Mhm.
them.
A sucker puncher and a biter. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
And it isn't lost on me how Kanye um, took the stands of the folks that he aligns himself with. It was very telling. You got all that mouth, you can say all that bullshit, but once you're confronted with it, you cower, you run away. Very interesting how that happens.
Hmm. And I ain't asking no line as Kim Kardashian nothing, honey. This the same woman who sat there and lied to us talking about she didn't want that sex tape to get out there. So there's that. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
And she's the same person that sat up here and lied to us and said she didn't have no surgery. But that's the here nor there.
Oh, 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 oh. Well, speaking of neither here nor there or surgery, y'all remember that comedian that we talked about, Guy Branum? I'm sure that the guy who elbowed him on that Delta flight would probably suggest that he would have weight loss surgery. Maybe, who knows? But you know that we saw him talk about his experience. Um, we have a comment. Yay, can finally. I'm sorry you were having trouble with audio, honey. Well, I can't remember if it was Thursday and Friday, but sometime last week we talked about Guy Brandon, that white gay comedian who had a run-in with a really rude passenger, and we pretty much talked about like how patience, like some people just have the patience of saints because I just, woo, child. Even me, and I say all the time that I couldn't fight in no airlines. I don't know if I would have been able to just kind of be passive about this one because that was just direct disrespect and you attacked me. So, and then the reason I say that I don't know if I would be passive is because Delta are pretty much planning to not do anything about it. So y'all see, I have this TMZ link. Comedian Guy Branum shares he's going to sue man who allegedly hit him on the flight. And quiet as it's kept, he needs to sue Delta ass too for how they fucking handle it. But he did say the staff, the flight crew in LA were amazing. They were cool, and they tried to resolve and de-escalate as much as they could. But this is about a 3.5 minute video that we're about to watch of Guy Brandon talk about his experience even more. And I'm just pissed off for him. So Delta, y'all ought to be ashamed for y'all self. And the only reason they didn't want to um reprimand this man, this rude ass man who not only attacked Guy and another passenger, is because he's like a million mile traveler or whatever. So I'm just like, long story short, because he white, because they would, if it was a black person that had a million miles, honey, they wouldn't be doing no shit like. But anyway, well, let me step back because no black people would be elbowing random people on a fucking flight. But let's see what Guy has to say.
About the I have to ask you, about this incident on the Delta flight. So
Yeah.
The passenger, he hit you.
Yeah, a dude on a Delta flight hit me because he didn't want to have to be sitting next to a fat guy. The flight attendants and everybody were like trying to get the guy thrown off, but he was a million miler, so he called in like a customer service person, one of the Delta Redcoats. And once he told her I was fat, then that was all they paid attention to and didn't deal with the fact. Nobody asked me if I was okay. Nobody asked me if I needed medical attention or wanted to press charges. They were only focused on whether he might have to sit next to a fat person. And then they called me yesterday to say, we're sorry that happened to you, but that it's not their responsibility to, contact the police when someone on one of their flights gets hit.
Oh, wow. I do have to ask you,
Yes.
Have you filed a police report?
Yeah, so they were supposed to file, they were supposed to call the police so I could file a police report there. And once I landed in LA, the LA Delta staff were great and were like, somebody was supposed to call this into the tower at JFK, but because it happened at JFK before the doors were closed, I had to call up the Port Authority and get them to file a police report, which is hard because you're supposed to do that in person. And I will be. It's been. I have a beautiful bruise purpling up on my side. Would you like to see it?
You want to show it?
Let's go for it, baby.
And that's from the guy.
That's the dude who elbowed me.
And so he didn't get kicked off the plane.
He didn't get kicked off the plane. He stayed on the plane the whole time. He was like 5'8". I could have throttled the guy. I'm a comedian. I could have talked with the guy. I didn't do anything or say anything because I was trying to de-escalate the situation. But it was Delta's responsibility to take care of me in that situation.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make trouble for the people around me, but the people around me stood up and told the Delta representative, this guy hit him. This guy's a problem. He hit another woman before me because she was trying to put something in the overhead rack, that was close to his seat. He was a problem, and everybody told them that, but because he was a million miler, they were like, hands off this guy. But also, everyone on a plane is uncomfortable, and everybody on a plane should just be working together to try to get through it as cleanly as possible. Just watch The Devil Wears Prada. Just watch The Devil Wears Prada and dissociate yourself from the situation around you. A lot of people don't know this, but if you're a fat passenger and you buy a second seat and that plane is sold out, you can't check in for that second seat and they will give it away. There are basically no American airlines that have a reasonable policy for fat passengers. In Europe, there are clear ways of dealing with it. Reasonable policy for fat passengers. I showed up to that airport 4 hours early, so they could have alleviated some of the pain of this problem, and they chose not to because that passenger mattered more to them than I did, and that's not okay.
Yeah. So I have to ask, would you fly Delta again? Has this changed your experience with them?
I'm Delta Platinum. I am a comedian. I travel a bunch. I had a relationship with Delta. I really loved them and their product, but this really makes me question whether I should ever fly with them again if I know that somebody can hit me and they won't care.
Yeah.
Baby, when I tell y'all that white man need his ass beat, I mean
Nice little bruise
beat.
there too. Wow.
Yes. So
But
that should
hit
and
somebody
that when I
else, a woman too?
yes, when she was trying to put the stuff on the overhead
Yeah, I
compartment.
wouldn't have made my
And
flight. I would have gotten.
for him, and not trying to be funny, but Guy Branum is a big guy. So and
Mhm.
he for him to elbow him, that should tell you how hard he was able to elbow him for him to leave a bruise like that. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like that's crazy. He need his ass beat. And then Delta's like, well, he's a million miler, so I
Oh,
mean, girl,
What
are
the
y'all
fuck
kidding
that's
me?
supposed to mean?
that's
He can
Child.
crazy.
abuse people?
Yeah.
Apparently, honey. So if y'all want to beat the hell out of somebody on the flight, honey, just become a million miler at Delta, allegedly.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead, favorite tourist.
not good.
It really goes to show. Well, I'm grateful that Guy Branum. I never heard of him before, but he's telling his story. Actually learned a lot about how passengers who of a larger stature, like the things that they have to go through. I had no idea that if you buy a second ticket, you can't even check in for that second ticket. So essentially, those airlines are taking advantage of folks who have different body types than other
Because that
people,
means you
which is
paid for nothing.
which is crazy to me. On top of it, it also shows me that the aviation industry is hurting right now. If they're letting shit like this, like, because typically if something happens if within the vicinity of an airport and you get in an altercation, your ass is on the no-fly list. So
Hmm.
Mhm.
I think it speaks of a broader issue there, which is truly unfortunate. So I really hope that he gets the his just due. Well, naturally, he's a white male. I call a thing a thing. Like if this were a black male that happened to, you wouldn't be hearing about it in the news in this capacity. So I really hope that he's able to get some type of restitution in that regard. But that's insane. But we all should be paying attention to what's going on in that space as well. If someone and another thing, last thing on land the plane, I want to correct him in regards to like I have a relationship. You don't have a relationship. You are a number. You are a paying customer. There is no relation with you. Because if you're not a stakeholder, there is no relationship. You are a passenger. Just saying.
And clearly, some passengers have more pull than you. You said you platinum. Well, he's a whatever.
A million
So
miler, whatever that means.
yeah, so that already they bumped you out of your status, which that's crazy. But
They
um,
say he's a million miler. That means he spent a lot of fucking money with them. That's
no,
what that means.
yeah, I know what it means. It's just that's craziness, craziness that you could do that
Well,
and be
good.
and you're
More money
allowed.
for to be sued. Sue his
Yep,
motherfucking ass.
yep,
Hmm.
yep. Good. That was yes. Pull out your internal white woman and sue, honey. Get them.
You know that, honey. He been waiting his whole life to do that, honey. As a white gay, they want to be either old white women or young black women so bad.
So
And
bad.
oppressed. He needs to pull out them tears. I hope he's been practicing those tears. That's what's really gonna sell it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Left. There's three of them about white people, and then the last one is going to be a positive note.
Okay,
So, this next piece of white people news. So, John Oliver, he's actually calling out Bob Iger, in regards to Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, and I was actually surprised he
good.
said this. I mean, even though he's not on his show isn't on ABC's show, it's still I was just surprised for him to say this out loud, especially with the climate that's out now. But I'm happy he did. And let's just watch this quick video of what John Oliver has to say about Disney and the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel. Let me share this TMZ link here, and y'all should see it. Okay.
One day, the history of the time we're living through is going to be written. And when it is, I'm not sure it's those in this administration who are even going to come off the worst. Now, don't get me wrong, they're going to come off terribly. But history is also going to remember the cowards who definitely knew better but still let things happen, whether it was for money, convenience, or just comfort. If we've learned nothing else from this administration's second term so far, and I don't think we have, is that giving the bully your lunch money doesn't make him go away. It just makes him come back hungrier each time. They are never going to stop. They've literally said that openly. And when they come to you with stupid, ridiculous demands, picking fights that you know you could win in court, instead of rolling over, why not stand up and use 4 keywords they don't tend to teach you in business school? Not, okay, you're the boss. Not whatever you say goes, but instead, the only phrase that can genuinely make a weak bully go away, and that is, you make me.
Hey, he ate that, honey. And
Um,
there was one paragraph I wanted to read, the last one. It says Kimmel has kept mum about the suspension, though we saw him smiling while out in LA Thursday. The same day, moving trucks were seen outside his Hollywood studio. He's scheduled to broadcast live from New York City in the coming week, and so far, the scheduled filming slots have not been canceled publicly. So it looks like that New York show is still going on. So, but yeah, John Oliver. I mean, I hate that it takes a British man to say what needs to be said, but I mean, yeah,
I mean, he's not the only
people
one,
gonna remember
Auntie.
that.
The other night, the other hosts like that, John Stewart, um, uh, Fallon didn't. He kind of went the light way because he's scary, but Seth
Hmm.
Meyers went hard about it. Um,
Chelsea.
Chelsea, but definitely all the other guys, like John Oliver, he's one of them too. That they speak truth to power on the bullshit, and wherever I don't know where he airs now, but he said I ain't scared of y'all.
Um, it's still HBO,
It's
HBO Max.
HBO. Yeah, so
Hmm.
he has one. He can't get. They ain't gonna take him. Like he's on not on network TV, so he especially has a little more freedom and leeway to say whatever the hell he wants to.
Well, this didn't go over well. It really didn't. I mean, it's gone too far. What that man said was not all that egregious compared to the crap that Trump says about people.
Hmm.
Is you know, and it don't matter that they're not, assassination victims. This man talks to people like they're crazy, and nobody says anything about that. So he
Nothing.
didn't say anything that bad. And for this man to take his show off, I'm glad the blowback has been hard. And if they want to see more
Hmm.
blowback, keep doing it. Keep it
Hmm.
up because it's not cool. The media, no. So many people talk about whatever. Like if they can just start canceling you for stuff like this is no.
Oh yeah, I mean, we are right on. We're the precipice of in the middle of uh, um a dictatorship, oligarchy, whatever you want, all the names,
All
all
of
of
that.
them.
Yeah.
We in it.
Well, y'all know. Well, y'all know the rapture is supposed to be tomorrow. So
Well,
you know.
Wait, hold up. I need to go shopping then. Wait, well, no, I won't get to wear it. Wait, let me see what I need to do.
Okay. Do they got like a 99% off Raptor sale, honey? Cause a bitch, I go buy some shit, honey. Cause according to the Bible, I think I might be one of the ones that's getting left behind.
my my homegirl said, "Did the rapture already happen?" And we got left. I said,
I heard
"Both of us.
people
One of us should have went."
were selling their cars and leaving their homes and all kind of weird. Like, you know, do y'all really believe that that's going to happen? I mean, are you so stuck in religious cultism that you believe in this?
Well,
It's
yes.
like anybody would know when the rapture is coming. No one is going to know that. No one.
Girl,
No,
you remember how these motherfuckers
but
was
I
acting during Y2K?
But I feel like hell, this is probably the closest. I remember back in the 80s and early 90s, there would be people on the corner with their signs, the rapture's coming, or saying the
Yeah,
word, all of that. They don't do, but I said, hell, we the close. This has been the closest. I mean, you got the global warming where all the everything is heating up. There's more flooding. There's more
everything is.
water vent. I said, well, hell, if anything, we the closest to the rapture than we ever been. I mean,
But
we're so far from the light. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
we won't
That
know it's coming. This
Yeah.
reminds me of the people who committed suicide so they could get on Haley's Comet.
Oh, oh,
Oh.
I remember that.
You remember that?
What and they were those people. Yeah, all them cults. I remember when cults were really centralized. I can't believe we have a countrywide cult situation. Boy, it's gonna be so many history books and retelling that we won't see, and I wish I could see it when they talk
Mhm.
about
That's what
the
look,
cult that took United
and
States.
that's exactly why they want that Christo-fascism, honey, to be like the most prevalent thing because what they can do, you see how you just said the raptures and the earthquakes and stuff like that. They ain't got nothing to do with no Bible, honey. That's because we have greedy billionaires that are controlling
Yeah.
everything and harming the environment. But
So
they
And
want y'all to believe that.
that's probably what the book was trying to tell us. And here we are. They talk about it's gonna be a God that comes down. No, it's because we fucked up. They predicted that we were gonna fuck this shit up, and
destroy
here
our
we are.
world. Yep.
Mhm.
Now we in the dress rehearsals for the rapture.
Okay.
We
Dress for her
are.
from the top, bitches.
Come on, Will. Go ahead, Will.
Well, well, quick story about the rapture. I remember, what was it, when 99, so Y2K, I think it was New Year's Eve, right? And
Oh yeah.
so I'm sitting watching the TV with my mom, and they're talking about, oh my God, the world's going to end in the year 2000. Tell me why that Virgo lady, she went to the grocery store. We went to the grocery store. Everyone in a panic. That lady picked up 2 cans of Vienna sausages and a gallon of water and called it a day. I will never.
Because she
I
didn't
will.
No
believe it, but
wieners.
just in case. She didn't
I
believe it, but just in case, let me get a couple things.
Yeah. I will never forget. Anyway, I wanted to circle back about on this story. The ironic thing about it is, I'm not sure if y'all. Well, of course, you all been paying attention. So when the whole instance happened in diaper booty, has been asked about it, he either deflects the question
Yep.
and he went on his anti social media platform and made jokes about the man's passing. That should tell you. Well, he made like a side joke about the person's passing. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yep.
it was never about old drainage. It was never about none of that. It was
He
all
don't
about
care
trying.
about.
Yeah, exactly. And people don't. Well, his followers still don't understand it. Like
Well,
they
they
don't
still.
get it, and they never will get it, which is unfortunate. So again, I'm still clinging on to, like, I haven't got my fingernails on optimism. I used to have a grip. Now it's just my fingernails. In the event that pendulum swings the other way, because we know it would not last forever,
Yeah.
even though these people will not, well, we know the type of people I'm talking about. They don't have the capacity for accountability or looking in the mirror. Some of them should. Any of that. But when it does happen, I really hope that folks bring to their attention the harm that they cause to society, not only society, but Western society. On
Yeah.
top of that, and I'll land the plane, it also brings to light how the illusion of democracy has been so fragile this entire time.
Entire
Yeah.
time.
And so
Yeah.
I will I'll save that for another Auntie Derek's political talk, but I just wanted to
Oh
get my two
yeah.
cents on that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
honey.
knew it was fragile, but baby, I didn't know it could be this fragile.
That's a
Okay.
doily tale.
We are climbing Jacob ladder.
Okay. Baby, we are a dollar store trash bag, honey. Just
Mm.
fragile, honey.
At this
You
point,
okay?
that rally, I mean, memorial service was off the
You the
chain.
rally, Claire rally,
And sparklers, people dancing. What
and
was
they
really?
tried to really make it like it was so packed in there. They had
Uh,
all them people all up in one area.
Girl,
it
did y'all
was
The
see that
mega
one man
ra-
carrying the cross
the
on his
mega
back?
rapper.
yes,
Oh God,
yes.
yeah, yeah, I saw that
It was
on
supposed
the
to be a
internet.
solemn occasion, and I'm like, what's going on here? The
You
flip
know
side,
them. You know
oh,
them people ain't wrapped too tight. You know they ain't wrapped tight.
the cross really took it for me.
Well, you know they think they white Jesus, honey. They think they are.
Oh, they
Girl.
was cosplaying for real. I sparklers. I'm like, sparklers at a
Did
memorial
you
shop?
see how tight she was hugging onto him and he looked like, okay, let go of me.
Yeah, right.
He don't
Yes.
like
Nah.
people.
Nah,
Uh-uh.
shit like that scares me. Like I am not even playing. Like that if
Oh no,
somebody
they
wanna bet
crazy.
that scares me, honey.
Auntie,
But
we
go
got to
ahead,
keep
favorite.
your head on a swivel, baby.
Hello.
Mm.
You know how I knew like the shit wasn't popping off as they said how they say it wasn't popping off because I hadn't heard no reports about grinder crashing. That's how you
That
know.
part.
That's how you know like things are really happening if you hear reports about the application of grinder. I'm not going to explain on the record line, but you spell it out and put it in your Google search and you figure out exactly what I'm talking about. That there was no remnants of that crashing. Also, I'm not going to give away my location, but I have it on high authority. But it was very quiet. It was
I
not
thought
as big.
it was a
Go ahead.
tweet about it popping off a little bit. It didn't crash, but that the activity had certainly increased.
Increase. Of
Well,
course it did.
it was no different than like an activity increase when folks come to the area for like Pride or something.
Right,
But
right.
when it comes to like heavily presence of folks that demographic, it is so hard that that shit fucking crashes.
Oh wow.
So,
They
what
overload the servers,
right.
honey.
Exactly. So that's always a telltale sign like, oh shit, is it safe in that area considering that that's like the only thing that really tells me exactly what's going on. But no, it wasn't close to what they were saying it was. But of course, as we know, it's a lot of propaganda and lies or what have you. But I'll leave
Oh
that
yeah.
alone.
Mm-mm.
And you know, a
Well,
lot of them came with their wigs and their beards, so that too.
With their booty holes itch.
I can't stand
Very
The
people.
cackle
well,
I just let
honey.
out.
Oh my God.
you. I cannot with him. Ah, Jesus.
I saw a tweet that said that demographic thinks the perfect woman is a man.
Well,
And they do. And they do.
mhm.
Like there was also a recent study that I guess someone well, there was a scientific study done with homophobic men, and then when they were presented with activity or with visuals of like two men engaging in some
They got
capacity,
arousals.
there was an increased blood flow in that area. So that and their booty hole was itching. So that should tell you everything that they need to know.
Yep.
Mhm.
And ain't no lie. Ain't no lies there. Because it comes out a lot that the most vocal of them are often
Usually the
found to be,
culprits.
yeah, found to be engaging in that activity and child porn and so on and so on. I mean, the ones who, preach the hellfire and you going to hell and all of that.
You
Yeah, that's
find
the one
out
you really need to watch.
and you open that closet and you all kind of stuff fall out. You got
Man,
bestiality, child porn, all you like, God damn, y'all crazy.
yeah,
Syphilis and herpes and all
You
all
know
kinds
of
what
of
it.
I'm
stuff.
saying? Just dirty, just dirty.
But
Nasty.
they say what the masses want to hear. That's the whole problem. The lies, the hypocrisy is just on 100.
I wish
Uh,
we could find a new word because they broke hypocrisy. They broke it. I don't. We need a new word
well,
for
you
it.
don't have to come up with a new word. You the mean person.
Not, but we'll
You
see what
know,
comes out.
'cause they were
Because
slaves.
because I need a I need a stronger word than hypocrisy because they wore that into the ground. It I don't know what I could call it, but it's something else.
Yeah, there's no
Mm-mm.
words to describe what's really
The
going on.
depth and breadth, like I feel it, like you said, that like it is now on a visceral molecular like I feel it in my body,
Yes. Mm-hmm. It turns
and
you off. It's so just
repulsive and
disgusting.
just
Right.
yes. I mean, all of the things, and I'm like, we got to go. We're gonna have to open up something. I don't know. We're gonna have to find some words that been out of commission because we need something else.
Well, I would say we can call it kicking the dog, but Tom Brady is already getting in trouble for that, so maybe we should stay away from that phrase.
What did that heifer say? What that little bitch say? What was that in response to?
Well, in response to a game, so I just shared this link from TMZ, and y'all see where it says Tom Brady's kick the dog comment sparks backlash.
I hadn't heard that.
Mm. Him being a white man on TV
And
in his
it's out on
slip.
air Sunday, and and animal lovers everywhere are outraged. It
Not the
says
animal
the
lovers. God damn it.
It says the NFL legend's bizarre comments came during fourth quarter of the Chicago Bears' big victory over the Dallas Cowboys at Soldier Field, just after George Pickens dropped a Dak Prescott pass that ended up as an interception. So, and let's just watch the quick video of what people are mad at Tom for saying. Give me 1 second. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, it's like the dog at home. Timeout on the field. Wow. Kick right the dog, throw the helmet. Man, oh whatever man. It is. Right.
So y'all heard him. He said, "Kick the dog, throw the helmet." So it says Brady, who was on the call for Fox broadcast, saw the Cowboys wide out slam his helmet in disgust and oddly compared it to hitting a pet. Those helmets can be, it's like the dog at home, he said into the mic. Kick the dog, throw the helmet, whatever it takes. Brady's partner in the booth, Kevin Buckhart, didn't react to the remark, and the on-field action then went to a commercial break. The two later finished the broadcast without bringing it up again. The statement, though, ruffled plenty of feathers as people raced to social media to slam Brady. Is Tom Brady abusing dogs in his home? One wrote. Did Tom Brady just admit to beating his dog on national television? Another said. The former Patriots quarterback, a dog owner who's famously taken his poochies to gym sessions, has yet to address the criticism.
Bitch, them folks be so worried about fucking dogs every time. But I tell you, when a black body is abused, they don't have no sympathy, empathy. They don't know what's going on. But as soon as somebody say a phrase or kick the dog, oh my god, what's going on? Fuck that. He can say whatever he wants. I don't even, now I'm mad. They got me fucking defending Tom Brady's bitch ass.
Girl, the way they be going up for animals on the next door app. I saw a stray dog. Oh, did you leave him some food? Did you leave him some water?
Oh,
But let you say you saw a person lying on the ground.
okay. Oh well. He should have picked himself up by the
Right.
bootstraps.
And it's a whole different conversation. I'm like, they really be going up for dogs around here.
And
Uh-huh.
I hope
That's
I really hope this is like take this as a lesson. And I mean, this has been going on for years, and I just don't
Yep.
understand why black people would just be so quick to have they want so it's so many black people out here that want white people or racists rather to see the humanity in
what wait, Auntie, we lost you.
There's just so many black people.
a
What?
dog's life and a dog's treatment. Oh, I said there's so many black people that just feel that they want to appeal to the racists and want the racists to see the humanity in us.
Oh, I see.
And I'm just like, bitch, they will never see that. They will never see that. So they think a dog is way more important than you will ever be. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like once we learn that, and I feel like we will be able to prosper as a community because child, don't even get me started.
Look, I
Go
know.
ahead,
Don't
baby.
it just
Don't even get me started, honey. Go ahead, baby.
I keep saying, I think I said this before. It's like that weird ass psychosis, like when our enslaved ancestors weren't seen as human, but they still found them appealing enough to attempt to procreate and manipulate and harm in that way. It's very odd,
very.
extremely odd.
They have a honestly, I feel like they really do have a fetish with black people. Why we are nowhere near what's going on. Why y'all bringing us up?
It's
We minding our business.
mostly black men because we heard about the mutilation that happened with Nat Turner and with
Oh.
folks who were lynched, and also the increased attention on black people's bodies in a more in an animalistic and or sexual way, also while hating the fuck out of black people and the
Mm-hmm.
sexual fetishism, and it all stems from one fucking place. All of it.
Mhm.
Honey.
It's crazy how obsessed some of those people, or people who have that mindset, I should say rather, are so obsessed with the bodies of people they explicitly say they don't give two shits about, either politically or otherwise.
Honey. We stay on their mind 24/7.
Mhm. And with these comments though it's cracking me up. Like, why do they age so poorly? Racism. And then
Evilness.
said, no wonder Giselle cheated on his weird ass. Oh,
Well,
wh-
he thought football was more important than his marriage, and so she showed him better she could tell him.
mhm.
And baby, she's a Taurus. That's all.
And went and
Yep.
had a baby, and she had a baby with Buddy quick too. And I was good for her.
And did. And that's what a lot of people don't realize because they think that like because the problem was is that he actually told her that he was going to be quitting and then all of a sudden going to renege on that. And it's like, well, wait
And
a
she
minute.
let that, and she let that season go by too. And she said, as soon
Mhm.
as it was over, I want my divorce. Thank y'all.
So you gotta like watch what you say, honey. You gotta watch the company you keep, which is actually a good segue to our next story, honey. So y'all remember Sarah Ferguson, right? The Duchess of York.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember her.
Baby, well, honey, she is losing jobs, honey, all because of a 2011 email, bitch.
Oh, well,
Imagine you losing your damn position in your company or your charity or whatever, all because of a leaked email from 2011, literally 14 years ago.
mm,
But you know what though? It's with good reason. So I just shared this link from People, and y'all see where it says Sarah, Duchess of York, loses multiple patronage roles after calling Jeffrey Epstein a supreme friend in leaked email.
oh, boy, people are gonna be woo. Let the
Listen,
more Jeffrey Epstein shit roll out because mm,
baby, hello.
mm,
So, Sarah Ferguson has been dropped as the patron of multiple charitable organizations after it emerged that she sent an email to Jeffrey Epstein in 2011 apologizing for publicly disowning him. On September 22nd, the Children's Hospice Julia's House announced that it was parting ways with the Duchess of York, who's 65, after news of the email was released over the weekend. Following the information shared this weekend on the Duchess of York's correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein, Julia's House has taken the decision that it would be inappropriate for her to continue as a patron for the charity. We have
mm-hmm,
advised the Duchess of York of this decision and thank her for her past support, Julia's House said in a statement to People. A spokesperson for the Duchess of York declined to comment on her status with Julia's House, but shared a statement to People addressing the reports about her email to Epstein. And the statement says the Duchess spoke of her regret about her association with Epstein many years ago, and as they have always been, her first thought are with his victims. Like many people, she was taken in by his lies. As soon as she was aware of the extent of the allegations against him, she not only cut off contact, but condemned him publicly to the extent that he then threatened to sue her for defamation for associating him with pedophilia. She does not resile from anything she said then. This email was sent in the context of advice the Duchess was given to try to assuage Epstein and his threats. Later on September
mm,
22nd, the Natasha Allergy Research Foundation, the Children's Literacy Charity, Teenage Cancer Trust, and
mm,
Prevent Breast Cancer also announced that they had dropped the Duchess of York as their patron, according to the BBC. The outlet added that the British Heart Foundation also announced Sarah would no longer be their ambassador.
mm.
The update comes after the Sun and the Mail on Sunday reported on September 20th the Duchess of York, who is popularly known as Fergie, sent Epstein an effusive email in 2011 praising him as steadfast, generous, and supreme friend to me and my family, weeks after revealing in an interview that she regretted accepting money from him and vowed to not contact him again. The exchange occurred after Epstein was convicted on January 30th of 2008 in a Florida state court. He was charged with one count each of soliciting a minor for prostitution and soliciting prostitution. Fergie was married to Prince Andrew from 1986 to 1996, and the former couple shares daughters of Princess Beatrice, who's 37, and Princess Eugenie, who's 35. Prince Andrew stepped back as a working member of the royal family in November of 2019
So
following
he's
his
the
explosive
last
BBC
pedophile.
interview about his links to the late Epstein, who died in prison that August while awaiting trial on federal conspiracy to sex trafficking charges.
Mhm.
Um, in March of 2011, the Duchess of York told the London Evening Standard that accepting around $20,000 paid to her former assistant from Epstein had been a mistake. The Duchess of York told the outlet then, I personally, on behalf of myself, deeply regretted that Jeffrey Epstein became involved in any way with me. I abhor pedophilia and any sexual abuse of children and know that this was a gigantic error of judgment on my behalf. I am just so contrite, I cannot say. Whenever I can, I will repay the money and have nothing ever to do with Jeffrey Epstein ever again. What he did was wrong and for which he was rightly jailed, she continued. I will never have anything to do with him again. I deeply regret it. How many more times do you want me to underline that? She added. Weeks later, however, the Duchess of York reached out to Epstein apologizing for her words. The, S- the Sun reported that Fergie's April 26th email said, as you know, I did not absolutely say the pedophile word about you. I know you feel hellaciously let down by me, and I must humbly apologize to you and your heart for that. You have always been a steadfast, generous, and supreme friend to me and my family, the message allegedly said. I am apologizing to you today for not replying to your email or reaching out to you. I was bedridden with fear. I was paralyzed. I was advised in no uncertain terms to have nothing to do with you and to not speak or email you. If I did, I would cause more problems to you, the Duke, and myself. I was broken and lost, so please understand I didn't want to hurt Andrew one more time. I was in overriding fear. I am sorry. According to The Sun, a friend of Fergie's said that she penned the email after Epstein threatened her with aggressive legal action. The BBC reported that Fergie became patron of Julia's house in 2018, though her name has since been scrubbed from the website. Julia's house works to support the families of children with life shortening and life threatening conditions and operates hospices in Dorset and Wiltshire. Other famous patrons include Guy Ritchie and Trudy Styler. Well, I know who Guy Ritchie is. I don't know Trudy Styler, but she sounds important. But yeah, baby. So after hearing all that what she said in that email, and after promising that she would never have anything to do with him again, but then you send an email after that saying, "Oh, you have been such a dear friend," basically saying that she was made to say that about him. But I didn't call you the p word though, like girl. And I think we have shown that she's not somebody that, even though I like mess, I love a good messy person, but I think she's shown that she can't be trusted. So, yeah. So we have a comment saying lying ass bitch. Right. So go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I just want to go on record and say the only Fergie that we recognize in this household sings a drunken national anthem. That's all.
Wake it
And
up.
TP's
Wake
on
it up.
herself sometimes.
Yes.
But meanwhile, her whole husband or ex-husband was one of the pedophiles that
hmm
these women were trafficked to, and also that only goes to show how much people will cover up and excuse pedophilia,
hmm
which is it's jaw dropping. Like What? Like he's a and so anywho, I digress, but that only shows and I'm saying watch for Jamie Dimon. He was he's been president of JP Morgan for a long time and they let him keep his money in that bank and they knew and a lot of that stuff is starting to come out.
Hmm.
People are gonna be, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be while Trump is in president, but I know some people are writing down names and making a list.
Yep, I believe so. And then, and what I think happened, I can't prove this it happened this way, but I imagine that somebody that was some kind of investigative journalist or something, they said, "Girl, you have been married to this man and you got children with this man for years. There is no, and you're friends and have been friends with Jeffrey Epstein. There is no way you could have not known that was going on. If you didn't know, you're either stupid or you were enabling it." So like one plus one is two. So somebody done did they big one and found this email from again 2011. And I'm glad they found it because something like this would use for that amount of time will probably be buried. When they do need
Hmm.
to look and stuff like that. She literally said, I won't have anything to do with that man, but then sending him this
Turn
whole
around.
apologetic email.
Hmm. Like I just had to say that, but I don't mean it. Oh my God. Ugh. Oh yeah, yeah, she probably enabled all of that behavior.
Mhm.
They all knew he was a pedophile.
I
They knew
agree.
Prince Andrew was doing shit he wasn't supposed to do. They knew that.
Yep. Well, that's that on that child. And our go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I just wanted to go and say I think there's a medical record that states that people who are the product of incest don't have the majority of the mental capacity or mental faculties rather. So
Mm,
Oh, okay.
well, that part.
Mhm.
that's
Okay.
not alleged. That line, that tree has
Some
yeah.
defects.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, honey, you heard it. They got that and plus them blue eyes, allegedly, allegedly. Now that part is alleged because I don't think the blue eye theory has been proven yet. So,
No, I don't think so, but still.
Well, it's still common
well,
in a lot of countries, so uh,
mhm.
yeah, it can be quite devastating. Don't ask me how I know.
Well, where our last story, I wanted this is for you, you sports ball P. Asia Wilson leak from Vibe. Remember, I said I was going to end it on a positive note. So you see where it says here, by way of Vibe, Asia Wilson makes history as first four-time WNBA MVP award winner.
Hmm.
So she is doing her thing, honey. Now, a lot of the stuff that I'm about to read to y'all, I don't know what the hell any of it means, but it
That's
sounds important. So because it sounds important, I'm very happy for Asia.
we'll understand. Go ahead.
So
Hmm.
yay. So Las Vegas Aces superstar Asia Wilson has etched her name into the WNBA record books, becoming the first player in league history to win 4 most valuable player awards. Wilson, who's 29, was honored with the 2025 MVP trophy after another dominant season, one that tested her team's resilience and her own mental focus. On Friday, September 19th, Wilson received the news from WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, joined by Wilson's boyfriend, Miami Heat star Bam Adebayo, surprising her during a Las Vegas Aces practice, making the moment even more personal and celebratory. Wilson earned 51 first place votes and 657 total points in the final tally, outpacing Minnesota Lynx forward Nafisa Collier. And they have that she has 534 points, 18 first place votes. Then it says Phoenix's Alyssa Thomas, 391 points, Atlanta's Alicia Gray, 180, and Indiana's Kelsey Mitchell, 93, completed the top 5 vote getters. With the win, Wilson surpasses WNBA legends Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, and Lauren Jackson. All three-time MVPs to the stand alone atop the league's all-time MVP list. So
Yes.
y'all heard that. So she just surpassed Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, and Lauren Jackson, and is now the first to have four of those MVP trophies.
Good
Um,
for her.
Yep. And it says, accepting the award, Wilson was quick to credit her teammates and reflect on the obstacles the Aces faced this season. It hasn't been easy for us. They counted us out, Wilson said. They wrote us all off, but we showed up every single day. It has my name on it, but it's all of us. There is no award without each and every last one of you guys.
Amen.
Wilson, you should better say that, honey. So Wilson also opened up about her personal journey, reflecting on how far she's come since her early days on the court. I was a young girl that didn't even like the sport. I didn't want to play. I don't like to sweat, but now my name's in the history books forever, she said. These are the moments that I'm like, no, this is why you wake up every morning and do what you do. Despite coming off a previous unanimous MVP season, Wilson admitted the lack of early recognition this year left her feeling overlooked, but she used it as fuel. The MVP was just different as a whole because my name wasn't in conversations, even coming off of unanimous season. It was kind of like, all right, cool. And that's mind blowing to me. And it seeped a little bit into my mindset. But let me focus on getting the job done. Let me focus on how I could be a better teammate and leader for this team because that's what we really need. With a fourth MVP to her name and the Aces currently facing off against the Indiana Fever in a semifinals playoff matchup, Wilson's legacy continues to grow, not just as a statistical powerhouse, but as a leader who rises even when counted out. So again, like I said, none of that I understood when they started about talking about them numbers and them stats, but it sounds important and she looks cute holding that trophy. So I'm just gonna say, girl, you better work.
She
Congratulations.
had that
Yes,
little
work
bob
ball.
swinging, honey. That bob was swinging when they came in there.
Yes. I
I think the
love it.
rookies, the rookies took up a lot of conversation this season, and maybe they weren't paying attention to Asia, but she just excelled the whole season. She it's deserved, But the Angel Reese and Caitlin Collins. I mean, they was all talking about them, so I could see how she felt a little overlooked. But it's okay, girl. Go ahead, Will.
Well, first and foremost, it should have been five by now, but I'll leave that alone. Anyway, I love how Asia is bringing a new perspective, a new spotlight to women's sports in general, but more specifically to women's basketball, to the general population. Just all the things that she's been able to accomplish. I believe she's the first female basketball player to have her own signature shoe with Nike, which is a huge fucking deal. And she's literally like paving the way for this momentum to continue to grow, and for a lot of these sponsors and folks who have deep pockets to really invest in the 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 immense talent that is in the WNBA and women's sports beyond that. So I'm not sure if she will ever receive that recognition because I believe it was Tracy Africa. Auntie, you know Tracy Africa is.
Yeah,
She
of
was
course.
she was on Femme Queen Crazy Sexy Cool, which is a podcast for that has three pillars of ballroom essentially, and they have their own podcast essentially, just for context for people who aren't familiar. And Tracy Africa, which is the one of the very first transgender models, she was on the Clear All box for Honey Blonde back in the '80s. So if you see that box ever,
Oh.
that was her. But she said something that was really profound, and she said that trailblazers don't necessarily get the recognition, essentially, because everyone else comes behind them and takes all the spotlight. But the work that they've done essentially doesn't always go as noticed or recognized the way that it should. And I really hope, and then bring this back to Asia. I really hope that everything that she's been able to accomplish, it changes that narrative, because folks of her caliber, folks of her talent, folks of her visibility, they definitely deserve 10 times of what they've gotten already. So it's amazing that what Asia to witness what Asia Wilson has been able to accomplish in her career, and I hope she continues to. I hope she makes it to 10. No cap.
Work. But she will, and when she makes it to 10, I'm gonna read about it and still won't know what them numbers mean, but still congratulate her.
That's okay. You just know she's fabulous. If she keeps playing
Yes, honey.
like she's playing, she'll definitely do it again.
That's I know my father was having the hardest time, honey, because I remember one day he was trying to have a whole company, and I want y'all to keep in mind I am a reasonably intelligent person, right? But something that it was just something about the sports that just prevented it from getting in my head, and I think that had a lot to do with my interest in it, or lack thereof. I mean, he trying to explain it, and he broke it down, baby, in good old lay terms, where a 4-year-old could have understood it, and it just was not. He trying to explain to me about the yard line, the quarter. So, yeah, it just wasn't.
You wasn't interested.
Everybody ain't
It
interested.
was.
Sports ball and ballroom actually have a lot of parallels. So if you pick up on like the basic understanding of sports you relate it to ballroom, it makes a lot more sense. I'm just saying, it makes a lot of sense, Auntie. I'm just saying. So if I don't know, whenever down the road you were able to make this correlation, it's like, oh my god, that makes so much sense because it does.
I mean, not a single sport interests you, not anything, nothing.
Not a
Not
one.
even the ladies. Not
Not
even the
what.
ladies. Like
Nothing.
Serena, that didn't pique your
Not
interest at
even,
all.
honey. And if I had not until she became part of pop culture. Nope. Mm-mm. Like her playing that sport, and I'm sure, and I've seen that she's very good at it. But it just, if I would had to maybe say a sport that maybe I was interested in a little bit, maybe cheerleading, and that's probably because I like to see the theatrics of the routines and stuff like that. But
Mm.
and maybe I'll go to a boxing party other than that, but no, I'm just not a sports kind of bitch. I don't all that ruckus and hollering and all that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
The only ruckus and holler you like is on uh what is them things called? Them drama TV?
Oh, well, Beyond the Gates or reality TV, Drag Race.
Reality TV. That's
Mhm.
But you like that ruckus.
And well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, did anybody have any tea that they want to share? Any tea that I might have missed?
I don't have nothing
Today
today.
actually is Libra season. I didn't realize what the date was, but
What?
just for clarification, today is the start of Libra season.
How did you miss
Um,
that, Libra?
listen, I'm going through a lot.
Okay, okay.
We understand, boo.
We'll
I have I
allow it.
have I have nothing booked for my birthday. Lord Jesus, fix it. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. I'm going through a lot. Just let me make it.
Okay.
Well, shout out to all the Libras. I hope you all have a fabulous season.
Amen, Jesus. But let's pray that the rapture not tomorrow.
How
I
many
really
'Cause
days before your B day?
my hold on. What's today? Today? Oh, shit.
it's gonna
My
be on
birthday's
Monday,
next.
right?
No, it's next Friday. Next Friday.
Next.
Next
I think you're
Friday.
safe. You can go on and make your reservations. You'll be okay.
Not this
God,
upcoming Friday, but the next Friday.
yes, next Friday.
Because I
Okay.
know your birthday is supposed to be the same day as Diddy's sentencing.
As who?
October 5th.
No, my birthday's the third.
It's sorry, my
National
hmm
audio.
National Boyfriend Day, October 3rd.
National.
Also,
Yep. I knew I wasn't crazy. October 3rd is the and this is your birthday. It's Quinn Day, and it's gonna be the same day they sentencing Diddy.
thought his was October the 5th.
Oh yeah. The Diddy sip
October
and sip.
3rd.
Yeah. I put out a little let him stay in amen energy. Amen.
Well, he won't be there.
Today,
He'll be
huh?
gone. He won't be there if the rapture come. He'll be gone.
I mean, you right. But let me just get one more. Let the rapture delay. Lord.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. And schedule your trip, child.
Hmm. Well, y'all, thank y'all for taking part. Taking time out of your not happen. We will be back tomorrow for another live show, so hopefully you can make it. Until then, you all have a lovely, rapture-free rest of your day. Thank
Bye.
y'all.
Thank you too. Bye, guys. See you
Love
later.
y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.